Welcome back to another look. Excuse me. Whoa, one that back. Welcome back to another episode of the Hoodie and the Headband podcast show. It's your boy Headband Beat Up, joined by
Treat me down.
Tariq. It's a new week. I gotta ask you, how you doing?
Doing all right, man. I'm tired. That sounded country as hell. Oh man, that I'm already starting.
Hell, you know bad.
That's true. U.S. Open.
Like I said, you can say it on the radio. Say it on here.
That's a fact. That's a fact. The U.S. Open is this week. I ain't gonna lie. I've watched a little bit of it, but I can't get into it as much as I normally would with no Naomi and no Rafa. It's just not, and no Serena.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just not the same. Like I'm locked into Coco for sure.
Shout out to Coco. Coco let her know. Yeah, bro, she taking too long, bro.
Who?
I said Coco let her know. Coco said she's taking too long. She doing it every single damn time. Like, come on now, penalize her or do something. I'm ready. Every time I'm ready, she's not ready. Tell her to get ready.
She said, I don't feel bad at all.
I love it.
And then old girl went up on the press conference and cried. I was like,
I seen that.
Like, boy, you don't get your food. Boy, you don't get your goof. But nah, yeah, man, W's, getting the crunch time. We got two teams that are really battling out for the last spot. Technically, Indiana's in there, but yeah, man, we're getting to that time. We're getting closer and closer to playoff time, which means we're getting closer and closer to the WNBA finals, which means we're also getting closer to college basketball. NFL season is a week away now, almost like a week and a half, something like that. Is it next Thursday? Yeah, I think next Thursday. Season's back. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, man. Wait, what's up?
I was scrolling on Twitter, which I know I need to stop doing during shows. But why is Tyler the Creator at Savannah James' birthday party?
That wasn't noteworthy.
In what world do those two worlds collide?
Hey, LeBron might be doing the mix for his next album.
Might be A&R. Hey, he might have. Hey, what if after we drop the album, we add some more songs to it? It's like, thank you for coming along on this ride with us. You know what? Here go two more for y'all.
Here go two more for y'all. Like, that's so crazy that he really thought he invented that shit. I meant that stuff.
That's one.
That's like 2 minutes in.
Anyways,
yeah, I'm chilling. How about you, bro?
I'm all right. Just been under the weather last 24, 48 hours, whatever. Stomach bug or food poison, I don't know, something. But hey, it's my flu game pod. My food poisoning pot. What the last dance, like they said it was food poisoning and not the flu, right? Everybody was like, oh, it's a flu game, and then it's like, oh, it's not even a flu game. He even had the flu. He had food poisoning because of that bad PC he got from Utah. Yeah. So this is my food poisoning pod. On my MJ today. Yeah.
But like no voice, can't even really like talk. So
yeah, I'm about to say you can hear it in my voice. I'm not enthusiastic at all. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try. I'm going to try. I got some water. They're drinking ginger ale and had some tea earlier. Had some tea earlier. Had some chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Yeah, just been trying to return back to normal, man. But other than that, I'm good. Been hooping recently. I played good yesterday. That's the thing. I was playing good when I was hooping yesterday, right? And my stomach started to hurt, and I was like, "Oh, damn!" It's like, why I can't have great things? Why can I have good things, bro? It's like I get humbled every single time.
No,
it's like I have a good stretch. Like I pull up to the gym, got picked up first. This is a gym that I don't normally go to. I know nobody in this gym. Me and my boy, we go here because they're like one of the only options that are open. It's raining yesterday, whatever. And so we was all right, let's go. Go to the gym. No, nobody there, right? Short Asian guy picks up me and my boy. We're like, all right, bet, cool, right? And we had a good first game. Like I was dishing dimes, getting rebounds, going back up. Made a shot. I made a three. I said, yes, sir. Was feeling good. We lost though. Got back on. And they started playing around. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. You're not about to lose like this. But we played good, but they won. And then it was like 4 guys had next. So I said, yeah, it's time for me to go. Because the gym is only open for open play from 1 to 3. I know. Only from 1 to 3. So
what do they do the rest of the day?
I don't know. I mean, it's a rec center, so they probably hold different events, or I mean, they had pickleball set up in one of the courts. Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. No, it was another thing. Like all right. So I don't like pickleball. I'm sorry. I might have mentioned this on the pod before, but I don't like pickleball. Pickleball is cool. I play pickleball. You know, my girl got a pickleball set at the crib. We played it once. Like we play it, have fun, whatever. It's fun to play, but I just don't like when it gets in the way of me hooping. Like, oh my gosh, bro. I don't know why pickleball is a new wave, why it's taking over, why they're trying to force feed pickleball down our throats. Pause. But so it was one day we are trying to find, like, my boy got off late and we were trying to find a hoop sesh. He doesn't have a membership because he's not from here to anywhere. So we were like trying to find outdoor ones. Right. We pull up, we leave out by like 7, try to pull out some courts. Ain't nobody at any of the courts. It's like 7:30, close to 8 o'clock. So we go to this court, Mount Pleasant. Try to go out there. Yeah. Well, he's in downtown. He's downtown. So we was trying to hoop downtown. So we go, Mount Pleasant was like 10, 15 minutes, right? To that court. They got lights, nice court, big court, whatever. And so we go out there, we pull up there, and we see a bunch of cars. We see the lights on, we see people. We like, oh yeah, we about to hoop, yes sir. Pickleball courts set up across the whole damn thing. It's like, bro, it looked like it was like a big
court,
group, huh?
Across the basketball court,
dog. It was across both the basketball courts. I didn't know they had pickleball courts for that.
I didn't either.
I didn't know they had like a pickleball line for that court. Like I never seen no pickleball set up because I used to go there all the time.
God.
Pickleball taking over, man. It's a new luxury sport, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm like, bro, what? And
that shit.
And like pickleball, cool. Like I'm good at it. I can play it. Like you don't want to see me on the pickleball court, but at the same time, I hate when it gets in front of me hooping. I just want a ball. Why are you using a basketball court to play pickleball? That's why I need to move out of South Carolina, but South Carolina so unserious when it comes to basketball, bro. Except for Columbia. But yeah. Doggone. That's that. That's how my week has been or has went. So yeah, trying to get back to hooping, trying to get back to being active and just like, I just want to be good, play good. Never know. Me and Tree might get called to do some creator game or whatever. You gotta stay ready. Stay ready, so you have to get ready. So
I'll be in there every day. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the call up.
Yeah. Speaking of, I don't know if I shouted him out before, but shout out to Sydney. That's playing D Frigas League. I played against him in high school. He's pretty good.
I played against him in college. He's tough.
Yeah, and he's been doing his thing in the Friga League. And I remember him. I don't know. I would play against him too. Whenever after high school, he would stay in Chelsea or whatever, and play it at his court, like his neighborhood court or whatever, because that was the year that we had COVID year, or whatever, and they didn't have the whatchamacallit. They didn't have the gym open. So we had to go walk 20 minutes to the court. And that's the same court Friga played at. And that's when everybody popped out there. So it's like him and a couple others, like other guys. I think Sydney was a standout, or the guy that got drafted. Yeah, Sydney was the guy that got drafted. But there was some other standouts there too.
I think Shaq played a game there too.
Shaq probably did.
They had said something to him, but because he played at SC State, I don't think he could.
Yeah.
It was something
I know that would be conflicting.
because Shaq, I remember because I remember seeing. I think Shaq played before Sid did,
Yeah.
and Shaq had like 2 or 3 dunks, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a good court too. I
It
just
was
don't
like,
go out there
oh,
because I don't know who's out there now. Like I said, I'm not downtown as I used to be, but I mean, good runs used to be all the time because all the CSC guys used to go there because we couldn't go there my senior year.
yeah, me and Jason used to play Sid a lot.
Yeah.
But we played.
Huh?
I said we played the basketball team once, but I ain't going. I'm not gonna.
Anyways, let's get into the show. Enough about us. Right after we finished recording, literally, and we said this too.
Right after.
And we said this too, bro. I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of
Started.
peed off. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of peed off, and I'm holding myself back from cursing. I don't know if you've noticed.
Game hadn't started yet, though.
Huh?
The game hadn't started yet, though.
Game did not start. We recorded early on last Tuesday because of remember. Yeah, that's why I want to go hoop.
Yeah.
Because whatever. So yeah, programming changed. So we recorded last Tuesday, and we recorded early last Tuesday, so I could do what else I had already planned for that Tuesday. So in that, the Aces played the Dream once again, and this was at Gateway Center in Atlanta. So a lot of South Carolina fans are there. Fam is there. And hey, it was also Asia Wilson's mom's birthday.
Eva? Is her name right?
What's her name? Yes, Eva Wilson. Shout out to Mama Eva. But doggone Asia Wilson messed around and dropped 53. I'll be that enthusiastic to say 53. 53! She dropped.
I'm mad she didn't get to 54 though.
Yeah, everybody's like, bro, she tied the record, bro. She should have, got 55, whatever.
It's about it.
To get, yeah. But, oh no, they should drop 53. She was real dominant in that game. Nobody could touch nobody go garden.
Until they started quadruple teaming her.
Yeah.
Tanisha Wright, low key now.
That's two. That's two, sir. That's two.
Tanisha Wright is low key whack for that.
How are you around kids all day? That's what I want to know. How are you around kids all day?
I don't cuss in front of the kids.
Exactly. As soon as the kids go home, that last one go in the car, you like.
No, I swear, as soon as they walk out the door, like it'd just be me and my aide. We start talking, and I'll be saying whatever, and I'm like, boy, you ain't wasting no time.
So that last one, the parent signed them out.
Literally, walk out the door closed. I hear clink clink. So this. Oh my god, yeah. I've maybe had like 2 slip ups in front of kids in the last 5 years that I worked in childcare.
Yeah.
So, props to myself for that.
But yeah, Tanisha Wright
ain't bleep.
Yeah,
that's whack. I'm sorry. She was like, oh, it wasn't until she got to like 48 or like got to 50 that she was like, go triple team her. She not getting 50 on us. She already got 48.
I just say, you don't think you think that would have been the game plan when she dropped 20? When she had 20, you should have thought that then.
Like when she got to 38, you should have been like, okay, maybe we need to double team her. You played her 1-on-1 until she got to 47.
Shit.
And then 48, she was like, nah, we're not letting. We're not let this happen. She got a tech because she was that mad that she got to the free throw line to get that 50. I'm like, nah, you ugly for that. Like, she not physically ugly for that, but she ugly for that.
I understand what you're saying.
She goofy for that. That's what I really was trying to say. But
yeah,
she's goofy for that. Like, what are we doing? Like, Come on. That's just extra. That's like I don't know. It's just petty. Like you already lost the game. Like y'all really wasn't trying to win anyway. Because if you were, you would have double teamed and triple teamed it earlier.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
hey,
man, Aces won. They did damn thing. Age at 53. Album's super. I was like, bro, of course I would miss Asia Wilson dropping 53 points. I went back and watched it though after the game. So I didn't miss it, but still, it's just like ridiculous.
yeah,
It's
it was.
very ridiculous.
She was fantastic. She was scoring from everywhere, and then oh, dude was like, oh, 20 free throws. Stop hacking. What? What? Nobody said that.
Man, at James Harden, we have his 60 points with 25 free throws.
We right here. We right here. We said the same thing at the same time. But not for real. Like if they foul her, she gonna make. If she'd have went 10 for 20, you'd have been like, well, she could have had 50 if she would have made the free throws. But she made the free throws. She had 20 free throws. Like,
No, you want to know what's funny? So I posted my reel about it, right? And people were arguing in the comments. And I'm just like, why y'all arguing in my comments about this, bro? It's done deal. She dropped 53. Like, chill out. But it's bad that in 2023 we still have people hating on women's basketball. After seeing how good women are at the game of basketball, like the level, just at the high level that they play at. Like we see it across the board from high school, college, WNBA, overseas. Why are we still hating on women's hoops?
Because they're never mind.
Like, come on, bro.
Gotta be respectful today.
I remember I posted my Alyssa Thomas joint. Somebody was like, oh, Jokic literally did that too. I'm like, okay. I ain't like talking about Jokic though.
Why are you as a man? Now let me. Why are you as a man always trying to bring another man into a conversation about women? Come on now, what are we doing?
Why as a man you watching highlights? Let me stop.
You're crazy, man. You watching how another man?
Trying to replicate his moves. You want to be like him or something? Let me stop. Let me stop. What if this is
trouble?
What if this is the one time she pressed play?
You about to get in trouble.
I don't care.
Hey, comment in this if you think it's crazy that men watch highlights of other men playing sports. That's all we will say.
All right, come on. We gotta get through this. All right. What's next? Sage dropped 53. Aces won. Aces are still number one in the league. Got the best record in the league. They won 30 games. First team to win 30 games in the season. I mean, they have a bigger season, so yeah, but it's first team in WNBA history to win 30 games. So yeah, that's an amazing feat. Some things I'm seeing with this team now is that Becky is going towards the bench more. We're seeing more time from Sid, which I'm not mad at. We're seeing more time from KB, which I've been calling for all year. And I'm glad that KB is, coming in and playing with the energy she comes in the game with. She's like always ready to get hers, always ready to get a bucket, always ready to help out, always ready to make a difference, whether that's on offense or defense. And of course, Alicia Clark. Now, Alicia Clark and Kirsten Bell are going to be essential towards the Aces playoff run, being that Candace is out, and they're going to have to go to their depth. Now, in some matchups, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know where I was going with that.
I know who they and the starting four will be able to win the series.
Yeah.
But once they get to the Liberty, you have to have
once they get to the Liberty, because that's when they get exposed the most. When they get to Liberty, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. Kelsey Plum is getting cooked. Like, no, I said it. I said it I said it to my Nets fans. I was like, bro, they treated Kelsey Plum like Bubba Gump treat shrimp. You could cook it, you could fry it, you could saute it, have shrimp kebab. Like they just were finding different ways of scoring Kelsey Plum. It was like, yo, you can do it off the dribble. You could
Off
you could
the
put
jab,
off the jab. You could pull up.
in the post.
You could hit it with a back cut, pick and roll.
And they was worried about girl in the beginning of the season, like, oh, she can't guard none of them. Now it look like KP can't guard none of them.
And I've said it. Like I said earlier this year, I said that Sabrina has looked better than KP this year, and that is hell true. She's a couple threes away from breaking the not all time, the most threes in the season.
Well, 2 away from tying, 3 away from passing.
Yeah. Which I feel like she'll do. She'll do that next game.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
definitely did
for
that.
sure. She's been shooting out there, man. Like Sabrina's been good this year, man. This has been a big season for her. Like she's really been, that 1-2 punch with her and Stewie. Like maybe a lot of people thought she would have got carried or whatever, but she doing a lot of the carrying. Like I said, she's here, man. She's her.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
What do you think is going on with the Aces? Do you think it's all fatigue? Do you think they need Candace? Or do you think they're coming back to earth after being as hot as they were to start the season?
I think it's a mix of the three. I think this is the first time they've played this many games in the season, so that has something to do with it. Being that again the starters played 30 plus minutes a game as well, that probably has something to do with it. Being that Candace Parker has been out for 80% of the season, yeah, they found their identity without Candace, and they were always a good team without Candace. But Candace helped them out much more. She was an enhancer. She
The thing,
enhanced. She enhanced the defense. She just like we said earlier. She's like the best, just pop in player, plug and play type player, where she works in any system because of big how big of a basketball IQ she has. She's one of the best players in the game still, and her being off the court has affected the Aces at certain times. You see, like I saw in the game against the Liberty, how easy it was for the Liberty to get rebounds at times. I mean, yeah, you got Asia Wilson down there fighting against Brianna Stewart and Jonquel Jones. No help.
yeah, if you're gonna
Not
play
a lot
small,
of help.
if you're gonna play small with Alicia Clark, they're gonna punish you in the paint.
Right. And then Jonquel is finding her footing. She's playing like the Jonquel we know. Not MVP Jonquel, but all-star level Jonquel for sure.
I mean,
So
she's at least getting back to what originally got her on the court, and that's her rebound.
yeah, and so it's like I said, it's a mix of the three. And I feel like, I felt like this was gonna happen because they had too much talent on that team for them not to be good. But the Liberty, they're clicking at the right time, bro. We got like what, week and a half left in the season before the playoffs?
Pretty much.
Dog,
Yeah.
they get into those playoffs, bro. And oh my gosh, bro. It's gonna be scary for whoever's against them. It's gonna be scary for whoever's against them. Now Ace is on the man. Ace gotta clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna need I'm
I
gonna
think
need
that
I'm gonna need Asia to cuss out Kelsey Plum one more time.
she wait a couple of weeks and then do it.
Yeah. But I don't know, just Kelsey Plum just hasn't been Kelsey Plum this year for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you stole All-Star this year, but I don't know, just at times she just
Last year she was
actually she was that I'm gonna get a bucket, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm a whatever you guys need, I can provide it. Cause wait, was she come? No, she wasn't come off the bench last year. That was year before last, right?
She didn't come off the bench for a while.
She won six woman of the year 1 year. That
Uh,
was the year before last.
that was Bill Lambier's last year, was it?
Year before last.
Nah, because Hamby won it 2021. No,
No. KP won six player of the year. Because who was the Aces starting lineup that year? It was
in 2021.
they still had Liz.
Is that the first year they had Chelsea?
Yeah.
They had,
They brought Chelsea in, brought Raquana in, and then whatchamacallit? Because
that's the
they
year. That's the year.
that's the year they lost to the Mercury
That's what I was about to say.
in the playoffs. Yeah. Well, when whatchamacallit, Brittany Griner blocked Asia Wilson.
Um,
But yeah, that's whenever whatchamacallit, when KP won six player of the year.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, which was, yeah. That I mean, that's the reason that Bill Lambier isn't coaching still because you got Kelsey Plum and you were like, nah, let me get Raquan Williams instead. Like, what? Playing Raquan Williams 30 minutes a night when you got Kelsey Plum right there.
No, don't get me wrong. Carla Williams had her moments,
No, for sure, but
but Kelsey
even
Plum,
Plum was the better player at that point.
I don't know. Maybe because the way that Plum came in and provided a spark. Because you think of the Aces bench at that time.
I hate that though. Like, oh, they brought out a spark. Get somebody else to do that. I meant that stuff.
No, I feel you. Because Kelsey definitely is a starter caliber player.
Yeah,
She's been for a while. She's number one pick for crying out loud.
yeah. You didn't draft her to be a sixth player of the year. You drafted her to
No,
be
you
one.
drafted her to be one of your like a forefront of your team, like one of part of your core.
Yeah. Um,
They got lucky too, getting three number one picks like that and getting different positions like that.
I feel like it's hard to gauge the Aces because while they've lost to the Sparks and the Mystics, which the Mystics always give them a tough time when they're healthy, and then the Sparks game is just, I don't know, it's just weird. And they've lost twice to the Liberty. No,
Mm-hmm.
three times to the Liberty in
Well,
total.
three times in total, twice that counts in the stand.
So technically they've lost the season series, but in actuality they haven't. Um, the weird thing is we haven't seen either team play their best against the other.
No, and both wins have been at home for both teams.
Yeah, like we haven't seen.
Two at home, Liberty won their two at home. I mean, Liberty won in Las Vegas, Commissioner's Cup game, but that doesn't count as a home game for the Aces. Kind of does, but it doesn't. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like home court has been a factor for sure, for sure. Um, I don't know, just whenever I would think about this recent game, the Liberty went on a run. They just went on a run that you can't come back from.
Mm, but I don't think either team like other than Sabrina. So Sabrina in the game before the Commissioner's Cup, Chelsea Gray in the last Las Vegas game, and then the Aces in the first game. But they didn't even have like a crazy game. They were just better that night. Neither team has had a crazy performance. Like they haven't had all of their players play well. Like
Yeah,
Asia struggle, or Jackie Young struggle, or KP struggle, or Chelsea struggle, or Stewie struggle, or Jonquel struggle.
well, I feel like Asia and Stewie normally like neutralize each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they don't. Neither one of them, unless it's like the playoffs or the finals. Neither one of them really like go off against the other. But and it's the way that they're defended and that like the way that they guard Asia, especially when John is on the court, is Stewie is guarding her, but John is in like, help, just waiting. So that's where you need like a Candace because she can do so many things on the court on the offensive end in terms of like setting up the offense. John would have to be on the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Just this, you can run sets through Candace. You can run a set through Asia with Candace. Like there would be a lot of different ways to get Asia the ball if she was healthy and on the court. But the reason that they got Candace was for this team. Now the Liberty weren't like the teams weren't put together yet, but the rumors were there. You knew they were at least trying to get Stewie. Then when there was conversations that they could get John Quell as well, it's like, all right, well, we bring in Candace and that combats Stewie and John Quell. We got Asia. Now we got Candace. So them getting Candace wasn't really for the rest of the league because they already knew they could beat them. They've
Oh,
already Candace was I wouldn't say simply, but Candace was brought in for the New York Liberty matchup. And you can see it in the first game. You can see it when they played Connecticut when Candace was there.
yeah.
She brings an entirely different element to this team. And there are times where the offense looks like, oh, we're not making the shots that we normally make, which are tough shots. Like a lot of the shots that the Aces take, like yes, it's in a flow, but they're also tough shots. Like Chelsea Gray shoots a lot of fallaways. Kelsey Plum shoots a lot of contested threes. Jackie Young gets pretty good looks. Asia gets pretty good looks, but some of her mid ranges are tough. So if those shots aren't falling, then they're looking around like, all right, what are we doing? Like, how are we creating our shots? And somebody like Candace can get you 6 to 8 fast break points without even really thinking about it, with an outlet pass or pushing the ball up the court, finding Asia or finding Jackie in transition, like just small stuff like that that people don't really think about. But I'm interested to see what happens when we see both teams actually play their best because we haven't seen it yet. So hopefully, if they meet in the finals, we get the best of both teams.
Yeah.
And because I mean, that's how you grow the game. That's how you draw people in. That's how people respect it even more. And I'm not even talking about people that don't watch it. I'm talking about people that like are already tuned in. But it's like this is what's going to keep people coming back for years and get new people coming in over the next few years is these types of rivalries, these types of teams. And like every year, there's going to be free agents and there's going to be rookies coming in. So if you can stack a player and bring in one of these rookies that are coming in the next 2 to 3 years that are going to be game changers, then it's not just the Liberty Aces that got loaded talent. There's 5, 6 teams that have a legitimate chance of winning a championship every year. So, we'll see how it goes. But I don't know, man. I need to see how they end the season, see if they rest any games or anything. But I know they're probably a little fatigued, but the Liberty they're right where they want to be at this moment, and the Aces they're not going down, but they're not going up either. They're just like right here, and they're like a wave. They're not up. They're
Losing
not.
on to the end of the season.
Yeah, literally, they're just on. They're on. They're pushing on E, but they're really on cruise control,
Yeah.
and they're hoping that they could just flip the switch, and hopefully they can. Because if they can't, it's gonna get kind of ugly out there. I mean, they're playing an 8 seed, so probably not. But
Probably
once
not.
you get
They'll
second,
probably play either Sky or Sparks, depending on how they end their seasons.
but once you get to the second round,
Second
you have,
round, you're
you
playing
have to play because you're playing um
maybe.
Dallas or Washington or Atlanta. Like you're gonna have to actually show. You're gonna have to play. So we'll
Yeah,
see how.
Washington's a fifth seed, so Washington would be up against Dallas. Say with Dallas or Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which Washington has everybody back.
Which both teams match up with the Aces well. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be a walk in the park for the Aces.
No, not at all. No. Don't expect it to be. No, and I think they know that too. Being that they're reigning champions
I
and
hope so.
they have that target on their back. I mean, we've seen it this season how, certain teams like got after it and they took their chances when they had it and got their dubs against them when they could. So it'll be an interesting couple weeks to see what unfolds.
So we have a couple of players that are on the brink of breaking some records. Alyssa Thomas is getting closer and closer to being the first player to lead the league in assists and rebounds.
Hmm.
Um, she's leading the league in total assists by about 20, maybe a little bit less because I think Sloot played after that, so maybe it's like 15 to 14 ish. But they're tied for assists per game at 8.1, and she's leading the league in rebounds, I think, with 9.9, if I'm not mistaken. She's 18 assists away from the most in a single season to pass Sloot from a couple of years ago, and Sloot is 25 away from passing herself, or 25 away from tying, 26 away from passing. Sabrina is 2 away from Diana Taurasi's single season 3-point record. Jewel and Enrique are less than 25 away. I think Jewel is 18 threes away, and Enrique is like 23. Which the 5 games they could get it, but I'm not completely sure. Like I think Jewel could get it if she makes she'd have to make about 5 threes a game. Um, Depending on how many games they have left. If they have 5, then she should be able to catch it. But if they have 4, then she's got to really heat it up. Stewie is the 4th player ever to score 800 points in a single season. Jewel Lloyd is 1 point behind that. They're both, and so Jewel Lloyd has 799. Stewie has 805. They're both chasing Diana Taurasi's scoring record of 860. So again, if they have 5 games left, they have a good chance of breaking that record. I mean, they got a really good chance of breaking that record if they got 5 games. Because I mean,
I'm about to
they
say,
they both
Stewie, how many points Stewie's away from 800?
have 55. So yeah,
That's like 2
she
games
can
for
catch that
real.
in 2 games. Yeah, she can catch that in 2 games, and so can Jewel.
Now she
So
did become the
now, so pretty much they're racing each other at this point.
yeah. And Stewie recently made set the New York Liberty record for points in the season as well.
Well, yeah. If she about to break the scoring record, then she definitely
Oh
got
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I'm about to say, I just wanted to point that out there that she passed that milestone.
If she was the 4th ever to reach the 800, I would
Oh my
assume.
gosh, Tariq, I know, but I'm saying like she already passed that. I know she's on pace to pass the other record, but I'm saying that she already passed this record, Tariq. We didn't highlight that. We didn't say that. Like that was something that
I feel like
happened.
a given though. No,
I mean, yeah, I feel like it is a given, but sometimes it's not. You can't assume.
I'm trying to think of who else they played for the Liberty that could have scored. Because I think the 800 is Diana, Simone, Maya.
Okay.
Or Diana, or is Diana, Simone, Maya? I think they both have done it 3 times. Or they've
Okay.
all.
Hmm.
Um,
But no, excuse me. But trying to think of what else.
make sure.
Sabrina about to pass 3-point record. You mentioned that a little earlier.
I said she was 2 away.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check the points just to be sure. Okay, so it was DT Maya.
Oh, okay. So it's
Simone,
done.
Simone has 2 right under that. So Asia's close too. So for it's Diana 860, Diana 820, Maya 812, from 2014. And then Stewie, Jewel Lloyd, and Asia Wilson from this year are the next three.
Okay.
So Asia's got 790. Jewel Lloyd's got 799. Brianna Stewart's got 805. So they all could break Diana Taurasi's record this season.
Okay.
And Stewie's up there. Stewie's in the top 10 3 times now. Asia has scored over 700 points once. Kelsey Plum scored over 700 points last year. Enrique is at 732, so she could get to 800. She'll get to 800 by the end of the season. So yeah, that's the points records. So got some records being broken with this new 40 game season. We got playoff race between Chicago Sky and the Los Angeles Sparks, battling for the last spot. They played last
night.
I meant the Freak. Kalia Copper scored the final 8 points last night, hit the game winner. I don't know why Jordan Canada flopped on that play. It just, if she plays, I mean, she probably still would have scored, but if she played straight up, it wouldn't have been that easy of a shot. Now Chicago is within half a game of the Sparks. The Sky are 15-21. They only have 4 games left. They play versus New York, at Indiana, versus Minnesota, and at Connecticut. And then the Sparks are 15-20 with 5 games left. They play versus Seattle, versus Washington, at Connecticut, at New York, at Seattle. So both teams play New York and Connecticut, which the Sky played them this weekend. So New York will probably play their players. But if it's at the end of the season, they may not play their starters at that point. So it'll be interesting to see how the end of the season goes. Like, the Sparks have to beat Seattle. They can't lose to Seattle. They lose to Seattle, then it's going to get kind of rough because they play 3 playoff teams back to back to back, and then Seattle again. If the Sky can get the New York game, and then if they can get the New York game, they might get in, because then they play Indiana, and then they have Minnesota, which is a winnable game. Obviously, I mean, Minnesota's in, but it's a winnable game, and then they have Connecticut. So, it could come down to the last day, which I can't remember the last time we've had a playoff race in the WNBA come down to the last day. So, they should have changed it, like had them like have a playing game or something. 1 game to see who gets into the playoffs. But who do you think is the last spot with a week and a half to go? About
a week and a half to go. I want to say the Sky, just the way that they looked last night in that game against against the Sparks. They just really got after it, and they had I don't know, it's just that attitude they had, like seeing Kyle get to the cup, playing with somebody like Marina Mabry. Like, that team ain't gonna give no quit. Ain't no quit in that team. So let's see their schedule. Oh, they play the Liberty on Sunday. Play the Liberty Sunday. They play the Fever next Tuesday.
Bro, I just ran down the whole schedule for both.
They play the Lynx next Friday. And then the Sun.
That nigga looked at me. It's like, nigga, I was not listening.
They got a little bit of a tough schedule ahead of them, but they do have the tiebreaker between them and the Sparks. And the Sparks also play the Liberty, also play the Sun, play the Mystics. Yeah, I like my chances with the Sky.
Yeah, I love them simply because they're my league pass team and I can't go against them.
Yeah.
But looking at it, like, it's tough because they both have 2 winnable games and they both have 2 tough games.
Yep.
Well, the Sparks have 3 tough games, 2 winnable games. They play Seattle, But Seattle gave up the other night and didn't even try to win at the end of the game. Granted, they were down 5 with like 17 seconds left. But the night before, we literally saw the Liberty come back
I'm about to
with
say that Liberty game was crazy last week.
with I mean the same
Like,
about
30 seconds left.
time people missing free throws and people hitting threes, and now they went to overtime and the Liberty ended up winning. So you never know what can happen if you keep shooting the ball. You got to force people to make free throws, but they instead dribbled the clock out. Joe Lloyd was not very happy about that. So they were eliminated from playoff contention. So who knows how they'll play this last week of games. Like, are they still gonna go out there and play their best players, or are they gonna go out there and see what they have and like Jay Melbourne and just let Jordan Horston run? I mean, she's already been running like 25, 30 minutes anyway, but just see what you got with your young players that you got on the roster. Then you got Washington, Connecticut, New York, which depending on like seeding and stuff, like Washington will probably still be playing like Washington. Connecticut will probably at some point rest their 2 players at least rest Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner. But if Alyssa Thomas is chasing a record, then they may not. So we'll see. The Lynx fans had some issues with the Sparks play, or not with the Sparks, with the Wings players last week. Satu was one of them. So the Lynx fans better calm down. I almost pulled out to Minnesota on them. It was about to get real cold in there. Nah, that's such a Bryce bar.
I was right now. You be like me.
That is such a Bryce bar. I'm definitely not doing that. But yeah, man, it was weird. Like it was just they were just playing like regular basketball. There was a little bit of chippiness, and they were talking crazy to Enrique and Satu. Like Satu was hurt, and they was talking crazy. And then she got into a scuffle with, oh man, who was it? They were playing, was it Milic or Jess Shepard? I think it was Jess Shepard. Yeah, I think she got into it with Jess Shepard. And they was talking crazy, like trying to like act like if they came in the crowd, they was gonna do this and that, or like they was, I don't know, bro. They was just talking real reckless. So they was like trying to reach out of their stands. Like I saw one camera angle where you could see where the Minnesota commentators were sitting.
Yeah.
And you could see them keep looking up like, yo, that lady's wilding right now. Like, and the Minnesota, like, I don't know if y'all paid enough attention, but the Minnesota commentators are very biased. So they're not going to be like, oh, they wilding, like, unless they really wild. Like, they're like, nah, they kind of going crazy right now. And then when they got kicked out, they was like, yeah, you kind of got to get them out of here. Like, that was, yeah, it was, I mean, they were acting real foolish out there. And Enrique and Satu was not having it. But man, some of these fans, they're just too entitled. They just think they can say whatever they want, do whatever they want because they pay their money. And that shit, I mean, that stuff is just crazy. Like you can't.
It's 3. You out of here.
Oh my god, it's crazy that
too.
All 3 times.
All 3 times.
It's just crazy that people like just feel like they can say whatever to people and do whatever and not have no consequences, like they probably thought once Enrique or Satsu said something back that like, oh my god, I can't believe they're saying something back to me. Oh, they're so disrespectful. They're so this, like, huh? Like you think you can just say whatever and they just gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit here with my hurt ankle and I'm gonna let you just call me whatever you want to call me. Like, nah, not happening.
No.
Not gonna happen.
Not doing that.
I did forget to mention while we were talking about the Sparks, Lexi Brown is out for the rest of the season due to a COVID illness. Prayers up for her.
Yes.
She's been in and out of the lineup for about I'd say about 2 months now. For real.
She was out for a while and then she came back to play and then
she went out before All-Star break because she would have been in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, and like she was having a great year. Like people were, saying that she probably could have made a team this year, the All-Star team. had she still was playing. I think maybe like a couple weeks before All-Star voting stopped, she stopped playing. And so she probably played like only like a month really, but that was a good month of basketball that she played. Like she was shooting well, playing well, found like it seemed like she found a home because Lexi's been around, played in Minnesota, Chicago, now playing in Los Angeles. Been around a couple teams, and now it seems like she found a place that she can call home for a while. But it just sucks that when she's playing her best, she had to get sidelined due to something out of her control. And
Yeah.
so she was she opened up about it, talked about how she can't even work out, and working out is one thing she loves to do the most. If you know her, well, if you follow Lexi, she's always in the gym. So she took to I think even TikTok or Instagram to talk about it. She's like, yeah, it just sucks that I can't even work out and doesn't know me now. I work out the most. And
Oh, she said that. Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I thought you said that.
No.
Talking about like if you know her, and I'm like, who knows
That's
her?
what she said. She said, if you know me, I love working out and I can't even do that. Like she's trying to, get her body back right. But all in all though, hope that she has a good recovery, speedy
Yeah.
recovery.
Does she play overseas?
No.
I didn't think so.
Like she did, but she has since stopped.
Oh, she played AU.
Yeah, about to say she stopped when AU came
She
around.
might play in the
We'll call
recent
it.
Dewey's League. Yeah.
She did AU, and she was working at HCC Network at the same time.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I remember I was like, "Yo, where's she on TV?" I know she was on TV, and I was like, "Oh, HCC Network, not like actual, ESPN." But I mean, it's the ESPN network, though.
Yeah, it's
But
on ESPN.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, prayers up to Lexi for that.
Absolutely. All
Um,
right. You got
what
anything W related?
um, I would talk awards, but I feel like we can do that next episode since it's closest to the end of the season.
That's what I was thinking.
So you can do awards next episode because the award schedule was just announced today.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah. So it says here that WNBA peak performers will be announced September 11th. That is the day after the first. That's the day after the last day of the season.
this doesn't even have to be like
It's not
announced.
even about to say that's just the
Look,
league leaders.
just look.
All right, and then you got the executive of the year is the 14th. Coach of the year, September 17th.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Who would be the coach of
Sixth
the year?
player of the year is September 18th. Most
Oh, right.
improved, September 21. September 26th is most valuable player. Why are they doing MVP before rookie of the year?
They are.
Yeah. They're doing MVP in the middle of all of this. So they do MVP on September 26th. Then October 2nd is WNBA Rookie of the Year and WNBA All Rookie Team. And then you got October 5th, Defensive Player of the Year and All Defensive Team. And then October 13th, you have All NBA First and Second. And then you have the Sportsmanship Award, October 24th.
Not the men's one, right?
Oh, no, this is all women's WNBA.
No, I'm saying like not the men's sportsmanship, like the one they get at Chris Paul.
No, 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 not
Oh,
that one. Not that
I
BS.
was about to say. I was about to say. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. We gonna skip right over
I'm
that
about
one.
to say they literally gave that Kobe
Pyramid.
and Gianna award to Kobe's friends. They give it to Chris Paul and Paul Gasol, who I haven't seen contribute anything to women's basketball. Respectfully, maybe Chris Paul, but not Paul Gasol.
He was around Kobe's like daughters and everything for a long
Like the Mambasita team.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if he like actually helped him coach, but he was around.
I mean,
And
I would assume so. Like Paul is his best friend.
yeah.
Paul, Rob Pelinka, those are his guys. I did see the Mamba League though that they play in LA now, like with the high school students.
Mm.
And they got a court, and it's like in the city. It's like on some 2K like ish. Like it looks so tough, and all the kids are playing in Kobe's obviously, but it's like Bryce James was playing in it. A couple other
Oh, I did
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that.
yeah. And I saw it, I was like, yo, that would be tough as hell to play in. Like this with the skyscrapers, like big city buildings and stuff, the lights. It's like, I don't know. It's like a LA version of the record, being that it's in the middle of the city like that. But yeah, that was cool. Noah Lyles, you're a goofy, sir.
Let's do it. Nah.
You're a goofy.
I'm gonna let you go.
Congratulations. You played yourself. Ain't no congratulations on your on winning what you won. Congratulations, you played yourself. 2 of the last 3 NBA championships have gone to European players. 2 of the last 3 now. Jokic won it this year. And in 2021, Giannis won it. It's 2 of the last 3. 2 of the last 3. All right. The NBA is the best basketball league in the world. So much so that players from other countries come over here to play. You got Luka Doncic come over here to play. You
Luka
got
who?
Luka Doncic.
Who is that?
Luka Doncic for the
Don
Magic.
Doncic.
Luka. All right, Luka. Giannis. Jokic. Embiid. Who else you got? Who else you got? Bro, everybody that's from Canada. Yeah. Everybody that's from Canada. Canada's international. Canada's international, believe it or not. Canada's international. Who else you got? Everybody that came out of Australia. You got Porzingis, Latvia. You got trying to think off the top of the dome. It's just the best league in the world. So yeah, when it's world champions, it's not because the teams are in the same like the teams that are being played against are in the states, but because everybody, it's the best league in the world. Best league in the world. And
Y'all
we should
missing.
that time at the time. Because we got
Y'all,
the best players in the world.
y'all missing the point.
No, ain't nobody missing no point, bro. That man got out there and started talking this ish. He should have just accepted his award and not been the NBA into it. Now he getting clowned by all the whole league and some. Should have sat there and accepted his award. So he played himself there.
Are you done?
I'm done. But you goofy for that. Goofy.
Are you done?
I'm done. Noah Lyles, you goofy, dog. I would love to see you play basketball.
What the? Oh my god! See, you're not getting the point.
All right, what's the
Not
point?
missing the point. So the delivery may have been a little off. I understand what he was trying to say,
A lot of off.
and it wasn't like I think he took a shot at the NBA because they were the most recent championship that he's seen. But they do it with the football too. They do it with baseball. I understand. Why are they called
Baseball
the?
more diverse than anything.
It's my turn. On my Skip Bayless, it's my turn now. Okay, it's my turn. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be called world champions. You didn't play the world. You played in the National Basketball Association. You played in the National Football League.
Okay, and they have a team in Canada.
They have one. They have one singular team outside of America. One.
They play games across the country all the time. They play. They got the China games. Got the French games.
You're not understanding.
The Nets going out to France this year.
You're not understanding. You're talking about where the games are being played. They aren't playing the best teams from other countries. They're not playing the best teams from other leagues. They're not. It's just not. They're not playing the Euro League. They're not playing the China's Basketball Association. They're not playing Puerto Rico's Association. Will they beat them? Sure. But you have that, and then that's when you can be called world champions. You can't call yourself world champions if you're not playing against the world. Yeah, sure. The best players in the world come over here. But me and you both know there's a lot of great players that are not over here,
Yeah.
that are not playing in the NBA.
Yeah. And what did they come to? Best young players come. Wimby came to the NBA. Why? Because
I
it's the
just
best league. Jokic came to the NBA. Why? Because it's the best league. Luca came to the NBA. Why?
the most
It's the best league.
they pay the most money.
It's the best league.
Pay the most money.
It's the best league.
We just saw Giannis and LeBron say if Saudi Arabia was paying them that much money, they go on.
They chasing the bag.
Who the best? So who would be the best league then? If everybody took the bag and went there, that's the new best league, right?
Well, because they have the best players there. If you got LeBron, if you get the top 10 players in the NBA right now and put them in the Saudi Arabia League, sure, you can say that.
And how would they get them there? Money.
Money, sure.
Money is the reason that the NBA is what it is because they get paid a lot more to play over there. Nikola Mirotic will be a very good player in the NBA.
Okay. What about this? WNBA. Are any of them women basketball leagues overseas better than the WNBA?
It's hard. I can't say that for sure because those players play in those leagues.
They play in those leagues, yes, in the off season, but
The
not
Russian. That's the season.
but it's not the best basketball league.
They play in those leagues from the time the WNBA season ends to right before it starts.
Yeah.
They go overseas right after. They play in those leagues. They play in the Euro League. They play in the Russian League. They play with those players. But they team up and play against those players. If they all were scattered out, it'd be a lot different. But we see what's the Russian team? Oh my God, Katerinsburg or something like that.
Oh no, I don't care.
Dewey, Candace, BG, all of them played for the same. Slew, Misaman, all of them played for the same time. And then they went to Fenerbahce last year. So saying that, like, sure, because it's in, but everything once it's in America, everybody thinks it's the best league. Money is a big reason for why it's the best league. Yes, the best players are over here, but you don't know how many great players are never wanted to come over here. Not everybody want to be in America. Not everybody wants to be over here. A lot of people will say, "No, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at." Arvydas Sabonis waited how long?
That's a fact.
Waited how long? Tony Kukoc waited how long? How many people do you think at this point in 2023 are doing the exact same thing and are not coming over? Dude for the Kings that just got brought in as a free agent. He was the MVP of his league. He about to come in and be really good for the Kings. How long did it take him to want to come over here?
Oh, no, because they didn't want to trade in. Maybe they didn't want to be. They still want to be at the top. Maybe they didn't want to be like a role player on an NBA team. They still wanted their dominance.
Noah Lyles is a world champion. He can say he beat the actual best from every other country that qualified. That's a fact. Sha'Carri Richardson, a world champion. Simone Biles, world champion. They beat the actual best from a country. You can't say world champion when you have one of the best from a certain world on the team already.
Okay. Let me listen. Preseason, every year. They bring some of your league teams over to play against us. They get smacked every time.
The Sun lost to them last year, and everybody.
Nah, the Sun did lose to that Australia team, the Adelaide 66ers.
Now, when the Olympic team was losing, 2004, when they lost, were we the best players did we have the best players in the world or no? Yes, we had the best players in the world. They lost.
We had second year Melo, second year Braun, second year Wade.
No. Did the NBA have the best players in the world in the league? Yes.
Yeah.
But they were not world champions. They didn't win the Olympics. When you win the Olympics, you're world champions. You beat the best from the world. You can't win an NBA championship or an NFL championship or an MLB championship and say, "Oh, we're the world champions." You didn't play the Japan League in baseball. Soccer, you can because they play every league plays. Premier League, Champions League, all those leagues, the Europa League, the A League, they play.
I'm sorry, I still don't agree.
Y'all just looking at it from
I
the
see
wrong.
what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Like you
I
play in
see
the
what you're
league. You
saying.
don't play in the league. Neither of us are in the league. You looking at it like he disrespected you personally.
He
We
didn't
ain't in
disrespect
the
me.
league.
We're not in the league. We talk about the league. We're not in the league. But I'm saying that I don't think he should have said that because I thought he was wrong
So Popovich
because
wrong.
of how much.
Popovich said the
No,
same.
no, 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 no. I say that because the NBA is not an Americans only league. You have a lot of NBA players representing their teams right now, representing their home countries right now in the FIBA World Cup. A good bit of players, like half the players that are playing in the World Cup, play in the NBA. A good bit of them. So that being said, you got the best players in the world playing in the NBA. You can consider yourself a world champion.
No.
Yes.
No.
Anyways, man, moving on, bro. We didn't even do pick 'em, bro.
That's assuming that every other league you would just beat them. You mean to tell me that there's not a team anywhere in a different country that could beat an NBA team in
Bro, that
basketball?
overseas team that beat the whatchamacallit, that overseas team that beat the Suns last year had NBA guys on it, like past NBA guys on it.
Okay? That's the point. It's not that's oh my goodness. See? This is what I'm talking about. Players like Russ Smith. You think he NBA right? You think he's an NBA player, right?
I
He
think
play overseas. He be cooking. You put a couple of them on one team. The worst team, some of these teams in the league getting cooked.
What is he standard? Everybody wants to come here to play. Everybody wants to come here to play. The dream is NBA. Every year, players come in. Oh yeah, I go watch the NBA. One playing the best league in the world, stand out, whatever. Like, why do you think Wimby came over here, bro? It's the best league in the world. Come on, man.
So who has the best cars in the world?
You guys the best what?
The cars. Who has the best cars? America?
Hell no.
All right, but the cars are in America, right?
This is dumb.
Where are the cars made? No, where are the cars made?
Well, you got BMW, that's German engineering. You got Toyota, that's in Japan, I think.
But if you send them here, how are they not the best? If you send Jokic over here, that makes us the best, right?
The best players in the world playing in the NBA.
No. Answer my question.
No. The best players in the world. Why are you trying to equate this damn cars? What cars got to do with this?
It's the same.
It's not.
If a player comes from a different country and excels over here, how is that not the same as a car being put here and everybody like, oh yeah, I got the best car, I got the best this. The best car in the world? You can't say that.
Well, if you got so say you got a BMW, right? Whatever. Driving it, whatever. It's like, oh, this is the best car in the world. And you happen to have it in whatchamacallit? And you happen to have it in the States. That's like Jokic being the best player in the world, even though he's from Serbia?
Yes.
Even though he's from Serbia, playing in the NBA, best player in the NBA, best player in the world. But he's from Serbia. LeBron James, the kid from Akron, was the best player in the world for a while. But he was homegrown. He's from the States. That's like if Ford happened to come out with the best car of the year. If you wanna equate that to cars.
So
if Ford came out with the best model car in the world, even though it's from Detroit, but you got the car in Milan, you got the car in Nigeria, London, whatever, and it's the best. It's the best. I'm saying the standard is the NBA.
When a soccer team wins the Champions League, they're the best team in the world.
Well,
Why
it
you think?
depends. I don't
Why
know
you
that
think?
much about
No, no,
soccer
no. Why you thinking? Why you thinking?
because I'm trying to think. I don't know that much about soccer, but I know
If that's the
players
best
from
league.
different countries play on different soccer
It's the
teams. It's
best
the
league
same
when they
thing.
win
Same
the best
concept,
league.
same
Why is that not?
philosophy. Baseball. You get the best pitcher in the world, Shohei Ohtani, right? Where he from? Where he from?
Where was he dominating before he came
Where
here?
he from?
Where was he dominating before
Where
he
he
came
answer my question? Where he from?
here?
All right. Therefore, but he about to be playing in the best league. It's the standard, freak. Moving on, man. Moving on. We didn't even do pick
No, we're
'em.
not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're
No,
going.
moving on. I'm tired of talking about this, bro. I'm tired of talking about this. You
No,
go talk to
I got
yourself. You go talk to yourself.
one question. So Greg Popovich is tripping? Because when he said it 13 years ago, nobody had a problem. Greg Popovich is tripping, I guess. The Hall of Famer, who I said is the greatest coach of all time, and people liked and retweeted it, including my co-host. So the guy that coaches in the NBA, that's Coach Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, said you cannot call yourself world champions because you didn't play against the other teams in the other in the world. You won a national championship, a national, not a world, not a global, a national championship. That makes you the best team in a nation, not the best team in the world. And if people would actually stop and think about it instead of just saying, "Oh, he tried to disrespect," and getting their panties in a bunch, you will understand what he's talking about. He's talking about, "Oh, I can smoke him in a 200-meter." Aaron Gordon, you're not even the fastest player in the league. What are you talking about? Probably not even the fastest player on his team. That's disrespectful. If we're going to talk about what's disrespectful, Aaron Gordon saying he could beat dude in a race is disrespectful.
That's crazy. I wouldn't go that far.
Man said he would smoke him in a 200
I
meter.
give him his credit. He's fast. He won. He won the race. He won, but he should have just never brought the NBA into it. And I do get the point. 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 I do get the point that Pop made. But I'm saying, and a lot of the Who community is saying that this is the best league in the world. Therefore, you can consider it world champions. That's my argument. I'm sticking with it, and I'm not further discussing it. Moving on.
That just doesn't make sense. Like, oh, they got the best players, so that means automatically you're world champion. What? That is such an American way to look at shit. And I don't even care that I just said it. That's such an American way to look at shit. To just assume that there's nothing else better than what we have here. That's such an American way to look at it. If you go and watch the best league somewhere else, the best league in Spain, Luka was there. How many players do you think have the same skill set that don't want to come over here? These dudes aren't one. You don't just find one guy and that's the only player in the entire country that can hoop. It's not. That's just not true. That's not a thing.
All right, man. Pick them. I went 7-6 this past week.
I think I went 7-6 too.
So that puts me at 112 and 66.
I also went 7-6. I am 116 and 62.
Nice. All right. So we got this Phoenix Mercury against the Connecticut Sun. Taking the Sun here.
Hold on. You said Fever Sun?
Mercury Sun.
Oh, Mercury Sun. Yeah, give me a Sun.
All right. Aces, Mystics, got Aces.
I'll go Aces.
Storm, Sparks, I got the Sparks.
I'll go Storm.
All right. Wings, Fever, I got Fever.
I got Wings.
Sun and the Liberty. I'm gonna take the Sun on this one.
Going with the Liberty.
All right, and you got the Dream and the Lynx. I'm going with the Dream.
Want the Lynx.
All right, Saturday we got the Storm against the Aces. Aces.
Aces.
And then we got Liberty and the Sky. Liberty.
I want to go Sky, but I need to win the season series.
Yeah. Fever Wings. I'm gonna go with the Wings this time. All right, Mercury and the Lynx. I'm going with the Lynx. And you got the Mystics against the Sparks. Going with the Mystics. All right, and you got
huh? Nebraska volleyball sets world record for attendance at a women's sport event with 92,000 fans at the outdoor match.
That's crazy. They sold out in 48 hours.
Nebraska volleyball team been like that.
For real?
Yeah, they've been like them, Penn State, Texas. Like they've been doing it for a while.
Shout out to Texas.
Yeah, I know Penn State for sure. When I was a kid, they used to go crazy.
All right, where I leave off on. Okay. Sparks, Sun. Oh goodness, Sun.
Well, I got the Sparks losing every game this week.
Right, and we just said the Sparks going to make it to the playoffs.
No, I said the Sky.
I said Sky Fever, Sky.
Yep, Sky.
Oh no, I said the Sky's making it. That's what I said. I don't know why I thought I said the Fever. I mean,
you said Sparks either last week or a couple weeks ago. Actually.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, man, Sparks needs Skylar Diggins Smith, bro. I love to see it. Jordan Canada has been playing very good, but Skylar Smith there.
I like that is crazy.
Huh?
So that girl to the side like that is crazy.
I know after the year she's had.
With all them injuries, I don't think Skylar would have changed all that much. I love Skylar, but
they did have a lot of injuries this year.
I feel like they still would have been in the same spot that they at right now because Chanae been out for a lot. Yep. Lexi been out. Katie Lou's been out the whole season. Laisha was out for a minute. Yep. Like they've had a lot of players out. Jasmine Thomas didn't start the season. Like
yeah,
it's a lot. Neck is missing games, so I feel like they'd be in the same spot that they at right
now. All right, last two. Liberty Wings, Liberty.
I want to go Wings, but
and then you got Mystics, Phoenix, Mystics.
Yeah, Mystics.
All right, coolio. Well, the NBA topic. Well, what transitioning in the NBA?
Magic or Steph?
Magic or Steph? It's a tough question.
Go point. Who's the GOAT?
I mean, it's really no wrong answer here, in my opinion. Because there's reasons why Magic is the greatest point guard of all time. There's reason why Steph is the greatest point guard of all time. Now, Steph changed the game forever. I'll say that for certain. Steph changed the game forever. Just playing the way he played, we never seen a player like him before shoot the ball as well as he has and be not deciding, but be that much of a factor on the offensive end that you have to pick him up before even he gets a half court because he gonna shoot that he gonna shoot that thing anywhere. Now Magic on the other hand, I love Magic. I felt like for a while Magic was my number one point guard of all time. Still kind of feel that way, but I don't know, just being as good as a point guard as he was at his size, being 6'9", and being as agile and as athletic, as smooth, just being who he was on the court. There's not many that come close to that, but Steph is one of the ones that do come close to him. So, I don't know. I won't be mad if somebody say Steph. I won't be mad if somebody say Magic. But same time, Steph's career is still going on. So until it's said and done, I'll say we'll have those conversations after it's said and done. After Steph's career is over, we can really have that conversation because Steph is career is still going on. He's still writing his whatchamacallit. He's still writing his legacy. So yeah. That being said, my choice is Magic.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the way you look at like the point guard position. Like, they both revolutionized the game in different ways. Like, there was no 6'8" point guards before Magic Johnson. Like, people say, "Oh, there's still not." Like, LeBron is literally who LeBron is because of Magic Johnson. Like,
yeah,
if LeBron never saw Magic Johnson, he would be more like a KD type, like, or I don't even know what you would define him as. He would just be.
I know a lot of people said that. Oh, people compare LeBron to not Magic. People compare LeBron to Jordan a lot, but he really more like Magic.
Way more like Magic.
Like play style.
But the fact that
he's in the later parts of his career,
they'll give you 25 a game is great for a career. Like, but it depends on how you look like this. They both made their teammates better, even though people make it seem like only Magic did. Steph made his teammates better because, and this is part of my so this is before the whole conversation happened. I was watching Steph highlights the other night, and I was just like looking back through the years, and I was like, the fact that team was 73-9 is actually crazy because that is not the most talented team we've ever seen. You look at that roster, and you're like,
with that team up against the Jordan 72-10 team, I don't think they last long as them.
Bro, there's a lot of teams that them teams not beat. Like, they not even beating the team that they had next season. Like, and like, if you put them 73-9,
the team they had with KD was better than the team they had. Well,
but I think it was a perfect flow and it was a perfect system and a perfect way that the team was put together.
Which is hard to beat them.
But when you look at, if you put them against the last 4 champions, do they beat them?
Yeah.
They beat the last 4.
Are you counting the Warriors as one of the 4 champions? Like that,
I'm counting Denver,
Milwaukee,
LA, and Toronto. That's the last 4.
But again, Toronto up out of here for 1.
What's Harrison Barnes doing with Kawhi Leonard?
Well, honestly, they did lose the championship that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to the Cavs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you really think about it, like, granted, they probably would.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you would put back then. You would probably put someone like Draymond on a Kawhi, but then again, who's guarding Pascal?
You're putting Draymond on Kawhi.
No, you put Draymond on Kawhi.
Draymond's a great defender, but
Draymond's a great defender. I'm trying to think because I'm trying to think how they played the Cavs because they had
on LeBron.
They had Draymond on Bron.
But that's different.
That's different. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud here, man. Calm down. I ain't think about this as long as you did. What are you talking about? Calm down.
It's a conversation.
It is conversation. So they probably put what?
I mean, they got Iguodala still.
Finals MVP Andre Iguodala.
That was the year before.
But yeah. But still, finals
MVP. I'm just saying, like,
I want Iguodala,
and that's not to discredit that team. That team was insane. Like, that team was insane. That the fact that
I don't think anybody.
it was the way they were winning. Like they could win games so quickly. Games could be close and they could blow the game open so fast that there was no way you could catch up.
Bro, remember against the Trailblazers? Trailblazers led that series for most of the series.
Yeah, they lost all four.
Trailblazers led the series for more amount of time than the Warriors did, but the Warriors would
Yeah,
come back and win every game.
they were up 15 plus in every game, and
Yeah.
like that team was crazy. And that, well, no, that wasn't the 73-19. That was the 2019 team. No,
Was that 2019? I thought it was one of the teams that went to the finals.
now 73-19 played. They played OKC. Who did they play before OKC?
Was that the Zaza year?
In the 2016, they played the Jazz.
Was that the Zaza year when Zaza
That was 20.
just on the Kawhi?
That was the first KD year.
First KD year. Okay.
They played OKC because they were down 3-1, came back and beat them, and then they lost 3-1 to Cleveland.
Yep.
Now, this conversation could be completely different if Draymond doesn't get suspended and they win Game 5 and they win in 5.
Yeah.
But
Man,
the fact that once there was a little bit of adversity and it just kind of just all the way down, I don't know. Like, I think they beat this Nuggets team. I don't know about Milwaukee because Draymond was great, but I don't think they have an answer for Giannis. 21 or 20. They probably beat the bubble Lakers, but I don't know. They might not beat the bubble Lakers either, because their 2020 AD was different. I don't know if they got an answer for that. And you got to deal with Bron and AD. That's tough. Like they couldn't stop Kyrie and Bron. So
oh my goodness, yeah.
You throw AD out there, like it gets kind of ugly. I feel like not ugly, like it's not gonna. They don't get blown out, but I don't know, man. It's just like going back and watching. It's just like, how did that team win 73 games? And then as you keep watching, you're like, okay, this went perfectly. And I ain't gonna lie, there was some trash ass rosters in 2016, bro. Like if you go back and look at the rosters, them like Solomon Hill was a starter on the team. Like Glenn Robinson III was a starter on the team. Garrett Temple was probably starting on somebody's team. Like some of these rosters was cheeks, bro. Like I'm pretty sure Philly was doo-doo that year. Like
that's what I was trust the process years.
New York was cheeks.
Charlotte,
Brooklyn was probably some cheeks. I think
Charlotte cheeks. I think they were. That was a D'Angelo Russell years.
I think 2016.
That was D'Angelo Russell years, yeah.
The who?
D'Angelo Russell years.
2016? No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Bro, that's D'Angelo Russell.
I'm tripping.
Lonzo wasn't even in the league yet.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
And they was cheeks, bro. They was cheeks. It's okay. It was 2016. It was long. You weren't even a fan yet, so relax.
Hey, relax.
But nah, like, I don't know, man. The Lakers was cheeks too. Like, it was a lot of bad teams. Like Phoenix, cheeks. Like, name the teams that are good now. They was probably cheeks.
Charlotte, cheeks.
Milwaukee wasn't Milwaukee. Charlotte wasn't bad. They was in the playoffs. I mean, they were bad compared to the Warriors. They were bad, but they played us in the first round.
I'm about to say, yeah,
because they had Kemba, Jeremy Lamb, not Jeremy. Did they have Jeremy Lamb? Jeremy Lamb, Jeremy Lin, Courtney Lee, Al Jefferson was still playing.
I'm about to say, was Al Jefferson still there?
Yeah, and somebody else that was getting buckets for a little bit, and he was pissing me off. That's the year we had Luau Deng, Joe Johnson, Amari Stoudemire.
I think Lance was there in 2016.
I don't remember seeing him on the court. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I remember Lance was in Charlotte.
I know he got a deal in Charlotte, but I don't remember.
I don't. 2016. I had the T-shirt.
I cannot recall seeing him in the playoffs play against us.
Okay, probably not.
Because I know Courtney Lee. I'm bugging. Courtney Lee, I think, hit a game winner against us in the playoffs.
Sounds about right.
Jeremy Lin had a moment. Kemba Walker had some moments. Was it Batum?
Batum was on the team.
Was it Batum? I think they had Marvin Williams, but I don't think he did anything. There's somebody on that team that I can't think of right now that gave us a game that had me pissed because I'm like, boy, this dude. But that's neither here nor there. And it may sound like I'm trying to discredit that team. I'm not. Like it. It's crazy. Like when you look back, like the fact that they lost, people don't talk about it.
They got Nick Batum, PJ Harrison, Tyler Hansbrough, Spencer Hawes, Al Jefferson, Frank Kaminsky, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Jeremy
Yep.
Lin, Courtney Lee, Jeremy Lin, Kimba, Marvin Williams, Cody Zeller.
Maybe it was Marvin Williams weekend. It was somebody that gave us a real good game, and I was like, boy, what? Um, I think the fact that the Warriors lost the 73-9 year, just people just really discredit the team. But I'm like, that's still a historic team, regardless. Like,
Yeah,
they weren't the most talented team ever, but I'd say 1 to 10, and they still had Livingston, Barbosa, Iguodala, Spates. Like all of those players played their role extremely well, knew exactly what they needed to do when they came on the court. Sean Livingston was getting you buckets in the mid range. Barbosa was pushing the pace. Space was in his middies. Iguodala was taking Finals MVPs away. It's just I don't know, man. It's just a weird thing where the team doesn't seem like it was a all time crazy team, but it was at the same time. But they also didn't win a championship, so people don't give them the credit. But I'm telling you, if you go back and watch the highlights from that year, you're like, there's so many different like emotions, not emotions, but like so many different like thoughts. It's like, damn, this team was like really crazy, but at the same time, it really wasn't. I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. I had to look back and see like other teams that were like, because I think that were the Spurs not like 3 or 4 games behind them the next year. Like they both had won like 65 plus games or some shit.
I think so. Yeah,
Like like obviously like the 73-9 year they played OKC, but the year that they got KD the first year and played the Spurs, I think they won like 69, 68 games, and I think the Spurs had like 65 that year. So let me see, 2017 NBA standings. Yeah, so the Warriors won 67 games and San Antonio won 61. And I remember every time they played, it was like, oh, it's a big game. Like it just felt important. See, that's 16, 17. Let me see 15, 16 and see if there's like a huge difference. That's 17, 18, 15, 16. Western Conference, they went 73-9. Yeah, Spurs, it was that year too. Spurs won 67 games that year. Um, then after there was 4 teams that won 50, and then after that it was a big drop off of 44, 42, 42, 41. Yeah, the Lakers were cheeks, Timberwolves were cheeks, Pelicans cheeks, Nuggets, Kings. The Jazz were right outside the playoffs. The Rockets were an 8 seed. The Grizzlies were a 7 seed. Dallas was a 6 seed. And none of those, and you watched the games, and none of those teams, and like you knew none of those teams had a chance to win. Then the next year was 67, 61, 55, 50, 51, 51, 47. Like the 47 wins was a 6 seed that year or the next year. So I don't know, man. It's just weird to go back and look at. It's fun to go back and look at too, but yeah, that's what happened when you go on a Steph Curry highlights, whatever you want to call it, blunder, bender, or whatever. But yeah, that's
in other
pretty much all.
news, This man Ben Simmons out here chatting, talking about what he said. I just seen the quote. I just seen the quote.
You win. Never mind.
No. Let me go ahead. Let me get this ISO real quick. He said, "The version I'm at now, if I was playing against myself from last season, I would kill him." I don't know. It's just all this Ben Simmons hype, just like it was last year. Just like it was last year. There's a lot of Ben Simmons hype. There's a lot of Ben Simmons hype. Ben's gonna be good. Ben's gonna fit right in. Ben's gonna do good. He's gonna average 10 and 10, whatever. Just for him not to perform. And I'm not buying into the Ben Simmons hype at all. Did it last year briefly, but that was short lived. I said briefly. Before the season started.
That's some of the briefest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Before the season started, I was like, yeah, Ben gonna be good. Ben gonna be good.
All we need him to do is 10 and 10. And he averaged 8 and he hated him.
No, it wasn't even 8 and 8.
What was it?
It was like 6 and 4.
And like 6 and 4.
He averaged 4. What's Ben Simmons' averages from last season, bro? Because he wasn't even scoring. It would be games he would have a goose egg, bro.
About to look right now. He averaged 6, 6, and 6, or 7, 6, and 6.
That ain't it.
You said 10 and 10. Instead of 10 and 10, he gave you 7, 6, and 6. So he gave you more assists than you thought. A little bit less rebounds, a little bit less points.
No. You need to stop defending Ben Simmons. I'm telling you. You need to stop.
I'm not defending him.
I've seen this man Ben Simmons got 0 points. This man had more fouls last year than shot attempts during some games. How the hell you have more fouls? How the hell you foul out, get 6 fouls, and not even attempt 6 shots? It's disgraceful, bro. But all in all, though, I do hope Benjamin has a good season this season. But I'm not buying into it, bro. At least not yet. You're going to have to show me.
I think it's just funny how we pick and choose what athletes we want to give grace to.
Well, I think mainly because I think mainly because this is on my favorite team. If Ben Simmons played for the Utah Jazz, it'll be a different story. But he played for the Brooklyn Nets.
So wouldn't I want you to give him more grace since he plays for your team?
No.
See, that don't make sense to me. So since he plays for your team, you gave him expectations.
Since he plays for my team, I want everybody on my team to be good. I want him to be good, just like I want Cam Thomas to be good. Just like I want Mikal Bridges to be good. Just like I want Cam Johnson to be good. I want the whole team good at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Mikal Bridges doing this thing right now in FIBA. Cam Johnson doing this thing right now in FIBA. They playing good. Mm-hmm. I ain't worried about them. But Benjamin, better be on that BS this year, bro. Better not be on that BS this year. Better not. Bad not, bro.
Just funny to me.
Okay.
Because when certain people are struggling mentally and physically, we give them grace. But when Ben Simmons is struggling mentally and physically, he's trash. I'll get him off my team. He don't want to play basketball. You're not in this man's head. You don't know what he want to do. If this man say, "Hey, I feel 100%," I gotta take his word for that. Then if he
said that last year. He said that last year. He hopped on JJ Reddit's podcast and said that same BS last year. Said it last year. What happened, Tariq? What happened?
Answer me this.
What happened?
Answer me a question. When Derrick Rose came back.
That's different, bro. That's completely different. No, that's completely different. That is completely different.
It's not.
Completely different.
How's it different?
Completely different.
How?
Derrick Rose had a more serious injury than what the hell Ben Simmons got going on.
Have you ever had a back injury, my nigga?
No.
All right, this come on, bro. Do you know how hard it is to do anything with a messed up back?
I mean, I've probably strained my back before. I mean, I've had back pain before, so yeah. But not to the degree that probably Ben Simmons
had surgery on your back, bro?
I never had surgery on anything.
Must be nice.
Listen, I'm a guy that's just talking, bro. Like nobody has to take my opinion serious, bro. I did not play in nobody's
So what
league.
we doing here then?
I'm just a
So
guy
why are
with a
we even doing a
microphone.
podcast?
I don't even have a
Why are we
microphone
even
at the
doing a
moment.
podcast?
I'm using my laptop microphone, built-in microphone. Not even got a microphone at the moment. My word doesn't even matter.
So why are we even talking on this then?
Cause I'm just saying, bro. I'm not falling for the Ben Simmons stuff again.
So why are we talking about it then?
I'm just saying because it's news. Like I'm getting
I thought
alerts
we
about
was.
it. I'm getting athletic
It's not on my
notifications
notes.
about it. So I'm gonna talk about it. But in talking about it, I'm going to say, dang, what was I gonna say real quick? I don't know. I'm not believing in the hype this time. I want him to play at a high level? Yes. But my expectations are very low.
If you didn't want to give him any buzz, you should just not even brought him up.
My expectations.
Wasn't on my
I'm
notes.
saying this to say, listen, we are a basketball podcast week to week. People tune in to us week to week. People want to hear my opinions week to week about the Brooklyn Nets. Our highest viewed episode, our highest listened episode is me ranting about the Brooklyn Nets. So
Right.
this is just me giving an update about how I feel about the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Bryce,
People hating the Brooklyn Nets.
Bryce, who texted or tweeted you asking about your thoughts about Ben Simmons?
Nobody. But because it's current news that Ben Simmons is saying that he's coming back. No. Because it's current news that Ben Simmons is talking about coming back better than ever. I thought I had to share my 2 cents.
You thought you had to.
I thought I had to share my 2 cents. How I feel about the Ben Simmons news. That's it. That's it. That's it.
It changed.
No.
I thought
No. Because when Paige Beckers came back, you was talking all that about Paige. Unprompted. Anybody ask you about Paige? Anybody tell you that they want to hear
that's news
coming back?
That's news. What?
Who asked you that they wanted to hear your opinions of Paige Beckers coming back?
That's news. That's
okay. That is news. Just like Ben Simmons saying that he's coming back. That's news too. They both come up as notifications on my phone.
Not news. There's a lot of notifications that come on my phone that are not news. Ken Griffey Jr. taking photos and
if it's not news, then why do they have? Hold on. If it's not news, why is Bleacher Report making posts like this? If it's not news,
I don't even have Bleacher Report on my phone for that.
This is a tweet from Bleacher Report.
I don't follow them.
Okay, because you don't follow them, it's not newsworthy.
Not to me.
Okay. All right.
Like when the free agents was getting picked up, or when the trade deadline. What did I say? Does that move the needle?
Yeah.
It's the same. Us talking about Ben Simmons on this podcast move the needle? No. But talking about.
But I thought the shit because why?
I'm talking about Paige Beckers did. You saw our reviews from last week. Don't do that. You saw our reviews from last week.
Paige does move the needle.
So clearly, people wanted me to talk about Paige Beckers. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because ain't none of our stuff about Ben Simmons ever got 300 plus views. So don't do that. Don't do that. Because we can clip this and make it a segment and it'll get 7 views.
I'm not even going to waste Jacob's time with that.
All right, then. So it's not news. It's not news. It's not. We have this conversation about Ben Simmons all season long. I don't need to do it in August. At all. Ben Simmons.
All I said was Ben Simmons better come.
Ben Simmons is not on my mind ever.
Ben Simmons better come correct.
You say something about Ben Simmons, and I
talking about he playing at a high level. I need to see it.
So wait to see it, and if it don't happen, just say, "Hey, back in August."
I'll be in New York. I'll be in New York during preseason. I might pop in for a game.
Well, nigga, you cool. So you talk about, oh, I'm not giving in to the hype. But you gonna go watch a preseason game to see if he looked like Ben Simmons or not?
I'm not gonna watch him. I'm gonna watch my Brooklyn Nets. He just happens to be on the team. And but look, same time though, I'm gonna say no to how he looks. Or even if he even decides to play.
Oh, my bad. I forgot you a scout. You know who ready and who not. That's my bad.
I gotta see it.
That's my bad.
Like I said, I gotta see it.
If in person, then your word is bond. My fault.
I gotta see it.
I forgot. My bad. That's on me.
I gotta see it for myself.
That's on me. I forgot.
Gotta see it for myself. We put it on the back of a t-shirt, bro. I'm telling you. When we get up and coming for merch,
He
gotta see
pro ready. I seen it with my own two eyes.
Gotta see it for myself. That's gonna be on the back of a shirt. I'm sorry. The hoodie and the headband on the front, back of it. Gotta see it for myself. Hey, man, anything else before we going out of here, bro? I feel like
There's so many.
USA 3-0. They won early this morning. Beat Jordan. Ant out there looking like Jordan.
Relax.
I'm just saying what the people are saying.
Relax. That's what we do now?
Maybe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just start saying all the crazy shit that people on Twitter say.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna come with my own opinions. I'm just, hey, that's what they said. You said they matter, so.
Right. Anytime Ant has a good game, they put him side by side with Jordan because they look alike or
I don't see it.
look similar. I don't think they look alike, but
I don't have that on my TL, so that's on your TL.
I don't know.
Like I ain't seen no Austin Reeves murals. Like what the fuck would you put that?
You brought that up.
Why would you? No, because why would you put that in my DM?
I know you hate him.
I don't hate Austin Reeves.
I know you hate Austin Reeves, bro. It's cool.
No, I don't.
You don't hate Austin Reeves?
No.
You hate the praise he gets.
When have I ever said I hate Austin Reeves?
You hate the praise he gets.
No, I hate the fact that you said they call him Mamba. What Mamba?
Hillbilly Mamba?
Yeah, that's crazy. Hell no.
And they put him side by side with Kobe?
Hell no, bro. No. That's why I don't like. I don't like the.
And that's why I sent you that mural, that photo of the Austin Reeves mural.
There's a difference.
Which is crazy, though.
There's a difference between me not liking fans and people that have created these murals and not liking the player. I didn't dislike Alex Caruso. I hated that Lakers fans made it seem like he was the best player to ever touch a basketball.
Well,
and then as soon as he went to the Bulls, nobody talked about him, and he was way better for the Bulls than he was for the Lakers. Yep. He just made an all defensive team, and motherfuckers already forgot that.
Yep.
Now Austin Reeves is the second coming because he plays for the Lakers. But if he played for the Pistons, nobody would care.
Listen, white boy play for the Lakers, bro. The kid's behind it, bro. You see Timothy Chalamet with the Austin Reeves jersey?
No, I didn't.
Why
would I see that? Why would I see that?
RTOs are very different, I guess.
Very. I don't see that. I never want to see that. Ever. Never.
Timothy Chalamet had it on he had it on at Coachella. I'm like, oh yeah, that means the Austin Reeves jersey.
I didn't even know Coachella happens.
About to say that means the Austin Reeves jersey about to go platinum in the frat houses.
That's disgusting. I'm glad I'm
Austin Reeves jersey about to go platinum. Whatever jersey about to go platinum in the frat house. The school is back.
Caitlin Clark.
Nah.
Yeah.
You think they would? You think the Brads and Chads would do that?
Yes.
Maybe. I can see it.
Say anything about women's basketball to a white boy, and what do you think they're gonna say?
Oh, Caitlin Clark for sure.
All right.
Because they just started watching women's basketball.
All right. Like, oh, Caitlin, nice. Like, that's okay. It happened to us at your boy crib. When we told him what we was there for, he was like, "Oh yeah, y'all going to see Caitlin." That's it. I'm wrong or I'm wrong. Oh, okay. I thought maybe I was crazy. Maybe I was tripping. That's all I got.
Anyways, man, thank you guys for tuning in once again to another episode of the Hoodie and the Headband podcast show, where we come with opposing thoughts all the time.
It's a fact. I don't want to see us agree all the time. That's why. Nah. If we just sit here like, oh yeah, that's facts.
Too plain.
What we got to talk about? We just that's facts. And then it's dead air for 10 seconds.
It's boring, you know.
Not doing that.
Nah, but
and I knew we were gonna differ.
As you can see,
I hadn't seen anything you said about Noah Lyles, but I knew we were gonna differ. I knew. I knew it was like the third thing I wrote on the notes because I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
know
didn't.
for
What you
sure.
call it? I don't think I made any tweets or anything publicly about Noah Lyles.
I didn't
I
either.
liked a bunch of
I was
things,
saving it for this,
but yeah, Noah
but
Lyles
I
is for that.
saw the comments.
Played himself.
I was like, this is why I have a podcast. I'm saving it for that.
Played himself. But yeah.
That I'm
Obviously, me and Tariq have two
broke
different
down.
TLs. My TL is full with Austin Reeves murals and
That's sad.
Timothy Chalamet wearing his jersey.
I feel bad for you, for real, for real.
I seen that. I said, nah, bro. I thought it was AI.
I feel bad.
It looked like it was AI. It's no way.
That's disrespectful.
I said no. They made a whole They made a whole mural for Reeves. What?
I got football, tennis, RDC, tennis,
I got New York sports, basketball,
volleyball,
music stuff,
WNBA, emails, comedy, gymnastics. Like, no, 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 no. Oh, bro. D-Wade. Monday's Aces Liberty game delivered impressive viewership. Most watched WNBA regular season game on ESPN team in 5 years. Averaged 328,000 viewers, peaked at 350,000. Shout out to the Aces and the Lynx. I was about to say it should have been on ESPN, but US Open was on.
He said, you ran up to him and said, I can't be the GOAT. Why I can't be the GOAT? We had the dinner, we was just getting in, and I saw him, and it was perfect opportunity. You went and approached him first. Yeah. And I saw you.
Wait, did we end the show?
No, I didn't. No, we didn't end the show. I was waiting. All right. I was waiting on you. I'm sorry.
What was I doing?
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in once again to our episode of the Hoodie and the Headband podcast show. It's finished an episode. We'll be back next week with more. Be back next week with a WNBA playoff preview of some sorts. Yeah. But all right, appreciate y'all. I stole your line.
Yeah.
Stole your line. I'm sorry.
Whole flow, word for word, bar for bar.
I know.
Great.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.